Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 22nd of March 2025. We had met last on 13th of March 2025 when the Nifty had closed at 22,300 odd. Over the past 1 week, the Nifty has risen by about 1,000 points and yesterday it closed at 23,350. In this rise, the Nifty has managed to cross the 50 DMA. Now let us look at the sectors that have performed better than the Nifty over the past 1 week. If we see here, there are a lot of sectors that have performed better than the Nifty over the last week. So first is the finance sector, second is the metal sector, third is the healthcare sector, pharma, rural, infrastructure, PSU banks, consumption, auto, realty, consumer durables, private bank Nifty, India digital, and services. These sectors have performed better than the Nifty over the past 1 week. Now, let us also have a look at the sectors that have performed better than the Nifty over the past 6 months. Because in our watch list, companies from these sectors should be our prospects in terms of buying. So, the first sector here is the finance sector, second is the metal sector, third is the private bank sector, the bank Nifty, the pharma sector, the services sector, and the PSU bank. We had discussed this chart last week as well. You can see that here the number of companies marked in blue are the ones which are above their 50 and 200-day moving averages. You can see that in the week of 28th February, there were 33 companies which were above their 50 and 200-day moving averages. On 7th of March, that number rose to 79. On 14th of March, that number stood at 76. And on 21st March, the number stands at 131. So there are 131 companies out of the Nifty 500 that are above their 50 and 200-day moving averages. And out of these 131, there are 45 companies which are near or above their 52-week high. From these 45 companies, companies that belong to the finance sector, the metal sector, private banks, bank Nifty in general, pharma, services should be the ones which you should look at buying. Now, how much should we be buying? Now, let us come back to the Nifty chart. You can see here that the Nifty in its rise of 1000 point has created two gaps. One near 22,500 and one near 22,900. Now, what does Steve Neeson in his famous book Japanese Candlestick Charting Techniques tell us about gaps? He says that the gaps usually act as support. So these two should act as support for the Nifty. The Americans believe that these gaps or windows, as they call in Japan, should close. So we can expect the Nifty to come down, take support at these two levels, and then again rise. We must also keep in mind that Nifty chart is currently in the lower high, lower low pattern. Now, if it crosses this line, it still has to cross the 200 DMA. Once it does that, then it will reverse this pattern and it will turn to a higher level than this. We can then add to our buying list, which I had last week suggested that you should not be buying more than 10% of your capital. We can now increase that to around 20 to 25% and wait for the Nifty to reverse the pattern of lower high, lower low. It has one, two, and three highs to clear before it will be in that reversal pattern. So keep this in mind, and I will see you on the other side next week. Thank you. Bye for now.